Carville. James, what do you make of Clooney's high praise of Wes Moore when talking about the race for the White House in 2028? And is it too soon to be talking about such things?
Well, first of all, his praise of Governor Moore is justified. I saw him at the Gridiron dinner. He was great, and I think that Governor Moore would be say the same thing. If I run for president, the competition is going to be stiff. There's an enormous amount of talent in the Democratic Party. He mentioned Governor Beshear, who is one of a lot of Governor Whitmer. There's a lot of talented people, and I think it's going to be fun watching these different candidates go out and present their vision and let Democrats choose who they think is the best of the lot. And I think that's what should have happened in 2024, by the way. And I think President Obama agreed. George certainly agreed, and he tried to say we could have even a abbreviated process as late as July 21st, to be exact, a date I'll never forget. So I'm looking forward to having competitive contest for president and let the best person win.
Clooney, speaking of Biden dropping out, Clooney said that he thought it was his civic duty to write that op-ed in July, calling for the president to drop out of the presidential race. He said Democrats were lying and he needed to come truth. And I wonder, do you think that whole experience, all the gaslighting and everything having to do with Biden's acuity, that was obviously revealed to not be accurate at the debate. Do you think that's something Democrats still need to contend with? Is that still holding the party down when it comes to approval ratings, you think?
Well, first I'm going to read your book and find out what I think. But
Comes out May 20th. Comes out May 20th, yeah.
On May 20th. But, sometimes people want to believe something and they'll disregard all evidence to the contrary because they want to believe something or they have a position and they want to maintain that position. So I have a somewhat open mind. I think this should have never happened. I think we should have had an open process back in the spring of 2023. If that would have happened, I think we would have won the presidency. I don't think it had been close. But, as I say, as late as late July, President Obama was desperately trying to get some kind of competitive process to pick our nominee. Unfortunately, that didn't happen.
The vice chair of the Democratic National Committee, David Hogg, the young activist from Parkland, has announced that his organization, which is called Leaders We Deserve, is launching a $20 million effort to start primarying incumbent Democratic officials who he says are, quote, failing to meet the moment right now. Hogg says he would only target districts that are safe for Democrats. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't know, Jay, because I went to law school a long time ago, and he is an officer of the Democratic National Committee. I think, and I'll look it up, I'm talking to lawyers, he has a fiduciary duty. And so he has a fiduciary duty to the Democratic Party, and he's going to raise $20 million in primary Democrats. Does he really think the problem that we're facing in the United States today is because of we got 65-year-old Democrats in office? But why don't you take on a Republican? That's your job. Well, it's the most insane thing. I'll just do a slight rant here. The most insane thing I ever heard is the vice chair of the Democratic National Committee is spending $20 million running against other Democrats. Are we supposed to run against Republicans? I mean, maybe I'm old-fashioned, antiquated. I'm not part of the hip generation. I'm not very au courant. But I actually thought our job was to beat Republicans. How quaint of me. But I don't think I'm going to change.
Yeah, I think you're au courant. That's just my person. But I'm an old man myself. So, James Carville, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we have David Hogg was supposed to come on the show today. We had some scheduling issues. He's obviously welcome to come on and talk about this plan. Coming up, CNN has just